We're at the Woody Hayes Athletic Center today talking about the Cotton Bowl, but really talking about all things Ohio State football. I'm Nathan Baird from cleveland.com, along with Andrew Gillis and Stephen Means. And one of the questions Ryan Day was asked today is, are you using the transfer portal where Ohio State seems like it's going to be maybe as aggressive and with as broad of an approach as it's ever had? Are you also looking for a quarterback in the transfer portal? Ryan Day was, very non-committal today about exactly where Kyle McCord stands, said complimentary things, but also not committing to him as the full-time starter, not just for next year, but even possibly as soon as the bowl game. Steven, do you think Ohio State should be looking for a transfer quarterback in the portal?
No, at least not in the way that I think fans are asking this question. You're not. I don't think there's a Justin Fields in the portal, and that's what you're looking for. If you're looking for, you're either looking for your starting quarterback or you're looking for a depth of the guy who's not really caring about playing. So it's Justin Fields or it's Tristan Gebbia. Should they be looking for a Tristan Gebbia? Probably, because you probably can't guarantee that your room is going to stick together every single year. And if you want four, then that's the way you have to get four. Is if that fourth guy is an older guy who's more worried about his future, maybe as a coach, than actually getting playing time on the field. But if you're looking for a starter, that guy has to be significantly better than anybody else in the room. That's the thing. It's the starter. A transfer quarterback isn't just about who your starter was that year. It's about the room in general. And even if you didn't feel like Kyle McCord was C.J. Stroud, Justin Fields, Dwayne Haskins level this year, he was probably the step below that, which is still really good. It's just not what Ohio State needs. It needs the top tier guy. So my answer is no. They shouldn't be looking for a starting quarterback in the transfer portal because you recruited this room at a high level. One of these guys is a hit. It's up to the people in that room over there where Ryan Day's office is to decide which one is the hit and actually be right about that decision.
So as it stands right now, they could go into the spring still with 4 scholarship quarterbacks: McCord, Brown, Keenholz, and Aaron Nolan joining in. That was what would make it tough to go get a Gebbia right now. Yeah. So that might even be more of a post-spring thing. If you look around and see, is there somebody out there who wants to come and do the glorified GA thing for a year and fill out your room if someone leaves? But as it stands right now, they're full-on quarterback scholarships, really. I don't know if you want to go much farther. They're going to have some flexibility this year with everybody that's coming and going as we find that out over the next month or week. But I don't know if adding a 5th guy right now just for the sake of bodies necessarily makes a ton of sense for Ohio State. But I get where you're coming at. In general, Andrew, do you think when you look at a game, the most important game of the year, one big quarterback mistake did play into that, although the quarterback also had the ball in his hands at the end of the game with a chance to win, and it wasn't really his fault that he got drilled in the face. Do you think they should be looking for a quarterback to come in and compete for the starting job?
Yes. Ryan Day, I forget if this was exactly a quarterback question or just a transfer portal in general question, but one of the things that he said was at least illuminating to me was he said, you got to try and build your roster up to win every year. This is not something you've got to try and enhance your roster every single year to the point where you can win. And there was a lot of portal questions like, hey, this is just the way it is now. Somebody asked him a question about being aggressive in the portal, and I think that was the question where he said, look, you got to try and win, and you got to get the guys in here who you think can win. And if there's somebody out there who you think can help you win, even if it's going to be a battle, I think you got to try. I don't think there's anything against trying because what is the benefit of just saying we're good and we're not going to have any competition, because you don't know what's going to happen with Devin Brown. You don't know what's going to happen with Keenholz. One of those two guys might be gone. One of those two guys might transfer. If Devin Brown transfers, do you feel comfortable in Lincoln Keenholz pushing Kyle McCord to a level that he needs to get to? I don't know the answer to that question. That's only something Ohio State has to answer. So for me, the way that I would approach the quarterback position is aggressively, and this is if, I was leading Ohio State's program. There's a reason why I'm doing this video, though, and I am not leading Ohio State's program or any other program, but I would approach quarterback aggressively. It's the most important position on the field. It's the position you need the most to win a national championship, and if you think you can enhance your room or at the very least make your room more competitive, it is something I would be doing every single year. I don't care if you have Justin Fields. I'd be looking for a high-quality backup in the portal, too. I'd be looking for every opportunity to upgrade your quarterback room and potentially upgrade your starter room. So yes, I understand that the guy might not be out there. I understand that there might be some limitations to that, but every single year, my answer to should you be trying to upgrade the quarterback position would be a resounding absolutely. And then if somebody wants to leave because you upgraded your room, so be it.
But I think that's the crucial part of it, though, is that so far we're and the portal doesn't open until Monday. We're recording this on Sunday. The portal isn't officially open until Monday. There's guys who can go in early if they're grad transfers, if their coach left. But I have not seen anybody that makes me think Ohio State could upgrade their quarterback room with him. And I know there's guys out there with flashy recruiting. Dante Moore from UCLA, who came from Detroit and was a guy that Ohio State was involved in. Go look at his numbers this past year. He wasn't good. He just wasn't good. He was worse, like demonstrably, than Kyle McCord was. And all these other quarterbacks who are out there, you can go look at their numbers, compare them to what Kyle McCord was, and you can assume that Kyle McCord can take a step and be even better next year. It's just the quality isn't there that would make it worth it to bring somebody in over the top right now and cause problems in your room, frankly. Because you're already in a situation where you have to assume going into next spring, if they have to make a decision, they probably will, between Kyle McCord and Devin Brown at the very top, somebody looks to move on probably at that point, because you're getting so late in your career that you can't sit around forever. It's just the nature of the business. We don't usually talk like speculatively about transfers, but the way they've recruited this quarterback room kind of backs us into a corner on that. We sort of have to be up front and talk about it that way. And if you're going to bring somebody in now, you're not even getting to next spring. You might lose multiple guys before you get to next spring, and it's counterproductive to what you're talking about. So I think at the end of the day, as you said, Stephen, if the Justin Fields came into the picture and was just like a no doubt talent who would clearly upgrade your room, practically Ohio State would probably have to get involved with that. But I haven't seen that yet, and I don't hear that coming on the horizon. We will see. Something we'll be monitoring on Buckeye Talk in the coming weeks. So get that wherever you can find podcasts, and get the text 614-350-3315, because as we get new information about the portal, both coming and going for Ohio State, that's where we go first with it from cleveland.com.